lubricated. Alright, so good body position, hips and legs high in the water. Head might be slightly high, but it could just be the way your hair is bundled up in the cap there. Extension is pretty good. I think you probably could reach and push your shoulder a little more forward. See how there's sort of space in between your head and your shoulder on the extension, so you want to stretch that lat out as much as possible each time you reach forward. Your right hand, really both your hands, are probably entering the water a little too close to your head. You could reach slightly further out. Not all the way out, but just slightly further than you're reaching there. And then streamline and rotation. So your hips and legs are staying right in the line of your upper body. That's good. Your rotation is good. Your side to side is fine. And your head is not bouncing up and down or anything like that. You're turning to breathe without raising your head. All that's good. Right hand reaching in front of the shoulder, left hand coming in slightly in front of the head. It's just very, very minor. Might be something I'm not even worried about. You just don't want those hands to go in front of the head. So you're pretty much in front of your shoulders with both. Alright, so underwater is where you can get most of your improvements. So we talked about, doing the best you can with the reach. Your hands might be reaching slightly low, just slightly low. So when you reach forward, try to keep the hand 2 to 3 inches under the surface. You're a couple inches below that. And both of your arms are doing a straight arm style of pulling, meaning that your hand and your forearm are in the same plane as your upper arm. So the high elbow catch, or early vertical forearm, which we spent a lot of time talking about in the clinic, is what you want to gravitate towards. You can also see as you pull through on that right arm, your hand turns in towards your body on the finish of the stroke. So you want to keep that hand pushing back against the back wall throughout the entire stroke. So the one arm drill, the fist with paddle drill, and doggy paddle drill, the ones that are going to help you improve that. Here we look at the line you're pulling back, or the path of your hand. Yeah, your right hand does kind of a sweep out. So you don't want to sweep out. And then here, some freeze frames looking at the minutia of the stroke. So enter a little close to the head again, extending. So your hand is sort of facing up. That's going to cause a slight braking action. So you want that hand to be pointing directly forward, and then you start the pull, upper arm, forearm, hand, pretty much one line here. So that's that straight arm style of pulling. And the issue is that your hand and your forearm, which are your main paddle, don't get that vertical position until a third of the way through the stroke. Here you see kind of the swooping outward and then the hand facing inward. So you want that hand to continue pushing back. So pretty much that last half of the stroke, you're not getting much propulsion out of your right arm. So doing the high elbow catch at the front and then pushing through all the way with that right. The left, again, the hand came in maybe slightly early and then extending downward for sure there. So reach directly forward, unless you have a shoulder mobility issue. Basically raise that hand about 2-3 inches from that position. And then a fair amount of glide on that side, and then you start the pull, and the hand and forearm are still that straight line or straight arm. And so you will see that your hand and forearm don't really get up and down until almost halfway through the stroke. Now you're getting a lot of pull out of that. Prior to it, you were getting some downward pushing. The finish of the stroke is better on this hand. See how the hand position is still facing the back wall. That's what you want. So front part of the stroke, high elbow catch.